Hello, everybody, and welcome to Comics We Love. Today, we're going to be sitting here talking about the comics we're reading and really enjoying, giving some of our suggestions out to you. And of course, we'd love for all of you that are in here with us to give us your suggestions as well. We'd love to see what you're reading. But this is just kind of a lighthearted thing. Sit back and talk about positive things, huh, Denali?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and
Positive thing. Yep.
positive
Talking
things.
about
All right.
exactly.
Now, I'm going to go over here and share this out, and I would appreciate if all you guys up here in the panel with me would do the same. And of course, you guys listening, hitting that share button certainly helps us to get more people in here. So we're going to have a certainly more lively time, but we do appreciate everybody that jumps in with us. Yeah, we got some interesting comics to talk about. There's a couple of ones I've never read actually today, so it should be interesting. So how you doing today, Booster?
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I'm alive.
Okay,
Are you sure?
sounds
Can
so
you come? Can you
enthusiastic.
come a little
I'm
better than
alive
that?
on the outside.
Why?
Holy
What
crap!
what
Dude.
troubles you been having, Booster?
Sleep.
Oh, not
Trying
enough
to
sleep.
have less caffeine. I haven't had lunch yet.
Try a little less video games, and maybe you'll get some more sleep.
Try to less video games. Suck my.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Big toe.
PG.
Big
PG.
toe. Big toe.
Yeah.
All right. Goodness gracious. But
Yeesh.
anyway, thank you very much, Booster, and he's certainly spicy today. How are you doing, Denali, over there in the nighttime of the East Coast? Did you have a good day there, or was it cold or rainy or what have you? We love talking about the weather, I've noticed.
Yeah. I don't know why. Stop it. Stop it.
I shall. I do apologize. No more weather
Yeah.
talk.
We love weather. We love good weather.
And
Weather's lovely.
yeah, weather is lovely. It certainly is. We do have ourselves K Blonde in here. Hey, K Blonde. Hey, did you check out those? I haven't seen a response back from you. Did you check out those adjustments I did on the thing you asked me to look at, the editing thing? Tell me what you think, dude. We got Misfit Corner Comics, I guess. He says, "Hi guys." We
Hey, that's the hero guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It is our hero guy. Hello, Mr. Hero.
Hello, how you doing? Yeah. And what about you? Is there any good football on today, there, Todd?
Oh,
What's your
absolutely, it's on right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not watching it?
No, I have a responsibility, so I'm sitting here doing my job. Hmm.
You don't have a TV off to the side that you can put on the Patriots?
I No, I do. Yes, I do, but I'm using it currently as a second screen, so I do
Hmm.
apologize. How's it going?
It's going really good. How about yourself?
No, no, I'm talking about the game, dude.
Oh, it's Patriots are up 7-0. Last I saw, because I've been chit-chatting with you guys and trying to find books. The last time I looked up, I think they're at the half, by the way.
Yeah. Well, should be interesting. I didn't get to see a lot of this season, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, I've been too busy with other stuff. No, that's neither here nor there, and it's certainly not comic book related. We do have Nick W.
14.
in here.
They're ahead
Okay.
14.
They're ahead 14 now. Well, okay. Joshua's jumped in here. Hello, Joshua. All right, well, let me go ahead and I'm going to come over here and, of course, share with everybody here. And then we share
Hmm.
with the panel. And we can start talking about the comics we're going to get into today. Now, I know this week I didn't have a lot to read on my own because I was busy doing other things, but I did read stuff for the Wednesday review I do with Brad over at Pencil for Life. So I have actually put one of those in there. So that should be cool. Let's go ahead and start here on this first page. Now, one of these I've read myself and I like, and the other one I've never actually even heard of. So let me start with the one I've never actually heard of, and that is Miss Fury from Dynamite Comics. Denali, what is this comic, dude?
Well, it's actually one of the first female crime fighters who's from the Golden Age. I actually am actually reading not the Dynamite version, but the actual Golden Age Miss Fury. After seeing um, Billy Tucci, one of his live stream, he was doing a cover art for one of the current um, issues for Miss Fury with Dynamite. But it got me kind of say, okay, what is this character's all about. And
Mm.
you know, she's basically a socialite who, you know, does the crime fighting Nazis, fighting transgendered mad scientist villains. It's all crazy.
So she's
You know,
Batman.
she's female Batman,
Oh,
basically.
okay, yeah, that's cool.
So
you
like
ever-
Batwoman.
Batwoman, yeah,
Yeah,
kinda like that.
yeah. Yeah, but she's not a lesbian.
Do you? Oh, wonderful. Todd, do you know anything about Miss Fury from Dynamite?
No.
No, me either. But I like the look of this cover, though, man. It's got my attention. I think I might have to go read it. Now, is it Dynamite that we've seen some of the other old Golden Age pulp heroes come out, like Shadow and some of the others? Is that Dynamite that's doing that?
I believe so as well, yeah.
Because I saw a Shadow comic that I was reading, and it was really well done. Really good art, good story, and maybe it was Dynamite. I didn't even pay attention to that. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of taking that old stuff, which is public domain, and trying to put a modern twist on it. I think it's a good idea. Do you like that kind of stuff, Booster, or you just read modern stuff?
Most of the stuff I read is from the 80s onwards. 80s, the modern stuff, you know?
I see.
Gotta
Yeah.
expand your horizon.
A little bit.
What, you want me to go even further back?
Yeah.
I can't-
Actually, the further
I
back
can't
you
do
go-
Silver Age, bro.
Well, the further back you go, especially in this time, the more adult and violent it becomes. Actually, just so you know.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, past Silver Age, Golden Age. You'll be surprised.
Mhm.
I've just been reading Stan Lee's Daredevil, and it's so wordy and it's so cheesy.
Well, Stan Lee Daredevil was in the 60s, so it's the middle of the Comics Code
Yeah.
Authority.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's going to be wordy
that
and
was-
cheesy.
That's what gave us Marvel in the end, though, was because of that code. So I mean, we have to be thankful for the silliness of it. But we see that pop up every now and then, like
Right.
Prohibition and the Comics Code, and now we have I don't know what SJWs. It's the same kind of thing. We see it pop
Outrage.
up every now and then. Yeah, outrage. Yeah.
But
Nick
it's
W-
also but the code is also a reason why we have declining sales in comics, and also because it's only the mind of several generations just superhero instead of thinking outside the box that you can write more than just superheroes.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. We are seeing that in the indie revival, though. We're seeing a lot of superhero comics come out, and I like that. That is nice. Nick W does say that don't mess with Don Tucci. No, dude, we kissed the ring for sure. Project Superpowers, right? I know I've heard that before. Can someone elaborate upon that? Denali?
Which one?
Project Superpowers. It sounds familiar.
Yeah. Let's
Maybe-
see.
Maybe Nick can help us out. Tell us what that is. I know I've heard it before. Yes, you're right. Booster is an 80s snob. He is. Cable Line said, I read 16
yeah.
issues of alternative. Yeah, right.
Oh, right. It's what you were talking about. Now that I remember. Thank you, Booster. Your Chester berating you helped me jog my memory.
Hooray! You're welcome.
Yes,
I knew my abuse would lead to something positive.
absolutely. So Project Superhero is what you were talking about, Chester, about using domain superheroes.
There you go. Thanks.
To publish things like that.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man.
And-
I like it.
And you'll love it because a lot of the cover arts is by Alex Ross. So at least the covers were awesome.
Oh my, Alex. I like Alex quite a bit. Let me just finish by reading this guy. Cable Line said, I read about 16 issues of alternative comics that dropped at my place, Chester. Cool, dude. Excellent, man. We really support everything that Peter does over here, and so the more people are reading his stuff, the better. Eric says Dynamite has a series called Masks, if I recall correctly, using Spider, the Shadow, and other great characters. Oh, cool, dude. Cool.
Yeah, they're all like, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, each letter represents a superhero, kind of like Shazam, except these are superheroes. Yeah,
that's cool, dude. That is a good idea. Yes, Project Superpowers as well. Black Terror, Green Llama, yeah, and others. I started out pretty decent. Yeah, no, it is cool. Now the boys from Garth Ennis, I believe, use a bunch of those characters too, right? Which is pretty cool. But Thundaro says Silver Age for life. Yay, dude! Now, and why aren't you near here, Thundaro? Get in here, dude.
Get in it. Do some work, boy.
Yeah, come on. All right. But that was cool. So Miss Fury kicked off a little conversation about the old Golden Age stuff being brought into the modern age, and that's a lot of fun. You know, I'm definitely going to check this out because, like I said, I saw the Shadow one, and some of these, and I saw a little bit of the Black Terror one, and that's actually a pretty cool character too. Yeah, excellent, man. Let's talk about the next one here, which I have read and I do know. Denali, go ahead, man.
The Immortal Iron Fist.
The Immortal Iron Fist, yes.
And I'm talking about specifically the Brubaker. I can't talk today. Brubaker.
Yeah.
Run.
Ooh.
I see.
And he's done one of my absolute favorite Daredevil stories, so I might check that out if it's good.
Yeah.
That's being Daredevil Inside and Out, which is where Matt Murdock goes to prison. Excellent read.
Oh, yeah. Definitely is. And I do see here that now you said Brubaker, and now I just brought up the Immortal Iron Fist here, but this isn't
right.
the one you were talking about, though. It's not the right run.
That's volume 2, so that's right after Ed Brubaker's.
I do
run.
apologize, but I do love this cover. So
yeah, no. Both volumes are awesome. I just like the first volume of that run of the Immortal Iron Fist run.
Yeah, how sad is it they screwed that TV up so badly? I mean.
When I heard the Immortal Iron Fist, I was expecting this run.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's not what we got. Not at all. But it is what it is. K-Blon says, Chester, looking over the script you edited and noticed you left it at 25 edits, which was good. Oh, thanks, dude. I think there was a couple more grammatic things I wanted to do at the end, but I need to get back to it. But I did. Just let me know later what you thought, because I did make some actual changes, and tell me what you think about that. But anyway, Thundara says he's eating. Okay, fine. That's
he's eating? And you can't call him because he's eating?
I guess so.
Oh, Lord. What's wrong with these guys?
Oh, that's funny. K-Blon says, Chester, I wouldn't say the boys use those heroes, more like it hurt them in so many ways. Yeah, that's true. But Garth Ennis does enjoy tearing down superheroes. It's like his pride. It's his joy in life, I think. But he's a really good writer, and they're fun stories. So, does anybody here else want to talk about the Immortal Iron Fist? One of my favorite characters for sure. Booster?
Nope.
No, really. Todd?
There was a run prior to this that was Mike Perkins drew the art. I can't remember who the writer was, but it was really good. I like that. There was a definite linear flow to everything. It never really got off. Run was like told in almost one big good story.
Yeah. Well, Iron Fist has never been as popular as he should be, I think. But it is what it is. Marvel has lots of different.
What's a good run? What's a good starting point for Iron Fist?
I think the Immortal Iron Fist is a good place to start, right? Actually.
Which one? Because I'm sure there's like 15 different.
It's the Immortal Iron. Yeah, issue 1, the Immortal Iron Fist.
Yeah,
by Matt
Fraction? 27, right?
By Ed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll put that on my wish list.
You do that.
Yeah. No,
I'm doing it. You can't stop me.
Nick W says Iron Fist season 2 was somehow worse than season 1. Unbelievable. Yeah, dude. It was not somewhat worse. It was really badly worse. Shocking. Yeah. Misfit Comics says Chiefs just scored 7-14. Pat still on top. Oh my goodness. Football updates.
Are you glad I'm in here now, chomping in your ear? Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Yes.
The other Iron Fist run is just called Iron Fist, and it's Ed Brisson, Mike Perkins. Really good run.
Yeah, that's
I don't
good.
know how,
I like those old ones too, but this Brubaker
no,
run
this isn't that
was really
old.
good.
This isn't that old. This is only in the last 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking about the old stuff. But this one is actually pretty good. What they've been doing. Which brings me into a thought I want to do before we go to the next page of comics here. Did any of you guys watch The Punisher season 2 Netflix?
Oh, I haven't even got around to it yet. I don't care enough. I just the first season left me with so much apathy that I just don't care enough to check. I haven't checked out Iron Fist season 2 or Luke Cage season 2 or Jessica Jones season 2. I just didn't care. I was like, wake me up when Daredevil season 3 is out, and it was out, and it was excellent.
It was. How about you, Thundar? Did you watch it yet?
I did not. I have very little interest in it. I watched. What did I watch? I watched most of the first season of Luke Cage, but then I got bored with it after they killed off the only interesting character.
I know, right?
Cottonmouth was so cool. That guy was so freaking charming. Every time he smiled or laughed, I was sitting there like, whew!
It was stupid.
Huh?
Just a horrible way to... everything about that was dumb.
It was dumb.
And then... what else? And then Iron Fist. I think I watched all of that, and I wanted to like it more, but now that I think about it, the more I've thought about it since I watched it, it's just bad. It's a bad show.
You had more stomach to hold it in because I couldn't get past. I couldn't pass it.
Well, I was hoping it was gonna eventually hit somewhere, get going, and it just never took off.
Dude, I was raging. I was raging by second issue where he got drugged up in that mental institution, and he had to summon his chi just for that. And I'm like saying, he's a living weapon. He wouldn't be immune to those or highly resistant.
Yeah. And then Daredevil, I couldn't even get through the first 3 episodes. I think it's the most overrated show to come out in a long time.
Oh, wow.
Kick him out. I regret getting him in this show. Just get him back out again.
And I never watched The Defenders, and I don't think I finished Jessica Jones either. They all lost my interest very quickly.
Although Purple Man and Jessica Jones was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was the main reason I was even watching it, was for David Tennant. Yeah, because he's awesome.
Yeah, he is. How about you, Todd? Did you watch the Punisher season 2?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, now, good. So I have a comment from everybody. Now allow me to rant for a second. I watched that whole damn season. All right? Now, here's the thing. Do not watch that piece of crap. Do not go anywhere near it. I mean, literally, I don't know why it's called The Punisher, because it should be called DHS agent Lady Madonna, or Madani, whatever her name is. Literally, you know those old books we used to play with when we were kids? There was Where's Waldo? Remember those? Yeah. Well, this one should be called Where's Frank? Because literally, he's hardly on the damn screen. They have 6, count them, 6 storylines going on at the same time during that 13-episode season. 6. And hardly any of it has anything to do with Frank at all. It's like it's called The Punisher, you morons. And then when he is on, Frank is this angsty, emotional thing. He's just trying to find himself, right? And then when we actually get the Punisher like 2 or 3 times, it's cool as hell. But the Punisher doesn't exist in that series hardly, and Frank hardly does. It is. I wanted to kick someone, dude. I just could not believe it.
So you're basically telling us that all the scenes that they showed us with Frank, it's all the scenes is actually in the series?
Pretty much. Yeah, no, dude, he's hardly in them. I mean, I actually started counting. My wife was sitting there, because we like season 1. My wife enjoyed it because it makes sense women like it, because there's a lot of the emotion and that it was designed to try to find a happy medium between men and women. So my wife liking it is not odd. So we watched season 1 together. It was fine. But we were sitting here. We actually started counting how many minutes did it take into an episode before we actually saw Frank, right? And you get 15, 20 minutes in some of those episodes without seeing Frank at all, right?
It's like I guess it sounds from what you're saying is they remember, oh wait, this is a Punisher, not this other person. Let's put Frank there just to keep calling it.
Oh
the
yeah, and when he
Punisher.
was there, it was just this stupid type of silly. Oh, I punched you, and oh, now I'm tired, and we're falling down. Oh, we're punching each other. Oh, and it was so dumb. It's like, dude, the Punisher is the shark in the shadows, man. He is death from above. That is what he is. How do you not
He should be
understand
something.
that?
He should be something that makes these criminals absolutely wet themselves.
Absolutely.
Not like criminals are terrified of Batman, sure, right? But they know at the end of the day, Batman's not gonna kill them.
Right.
But Punisher will freaking end you.
Yeah, he will.
This is why I loved him in season 2 of Daredevil, right? Because the police and everything, they were thinking that these were multiple hits from roaming gangs of rogue ex-military, right? And then one of them was like, "It's just one guy." And I was like, "It's awesome."
No, get this. There's a scene in this because, of course, it has to have ma diversity, right? They got one of every color, and the only white men in it. Because understand, the guy playing Punisher is not a white dude. He's like maybe Italian or something like that, which I've always thought was white dudes, but I guess it's not anymore. So whatever. But all the white dudes are bad.
all of
and
Italy hates you now.
everybody, all the people of color are the heroes and the helpers, right? But the story is mainly about this Homeland Security agent. She's special agent in charge. She's super awesome. Her name is Madani, and she is just this annoying character that keeps showing up throughout the series. And they have a fight scene between her. This is a spoiler, but who cares, right? But she has this fight scene between her and this psychiatrist. Now, understand, this psychiatrist is a little teeny lady who is supposed to be crippled. She has broke her back and leg, and she has a limp. She's supposed to be crippled, and this is the dumbest damn fight scene you ever seen. It was really poorly shot, right? Because neither one of them can actually do action, right? But they have this fight scene. This Madani is struggling so hard. She almost got her butt kicked by the cripple psychiatrist, right? No training, just a girl fight is what it was, right? And then within a minute, you have this highly trained black ops guy on her. She takes him out with no problem. No problem. She's badass, man. She's badass.
She's like, I'm weak to diversity. That's my weakness.
Oh, it was that's right. The psychiatrist was from India. But then again, so is Madani.
No, it doesn't matter. Her powers just can't face with unless it's a white guy.
Yeah, I know. I just was like, oh my god, it was literally a minute ago, dude. 1 minute ago. Oh, you people.
She should be in glass. That's her weakness. I could fight any white guy with impunity, but put a color person, race person representation, and I'm totally weak against them.
To be fair, though, every cop was a black guy, of course. The head cop was always was a black guy. But to be fair, all those cops did a really good job. Their acting was actually pretty good, and I like their characters actually. So it is silly diversity, but they didn't play it that way. Those guys just had an opportunity, and they played it fine. So
the worst part is with a character like the Punisher, it's a perfect idea. You could actually do that very well, where the whole series is he's kind of in the background just being the Punisher, but you don't ever really see him too much. Like he's kind of a thing that just keeps happening and keeps punishing people. That could actually be sweet. It can almost be like a horror, like an action horror series. But they didn't do that. They decided to half that. So you never see him, but everything's about him, or not about him, but sometimes about him. And then he's just in there when they needed to meet his quota for how many minutes he had on his contract to be in each episode.
And that's what it felt like, dude. That's what it felt like.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and K Blonde here says they should have started out with him mowing down mobsters. No, dude, it started out with him in a bar meeting a lady, hooking up, and getting laid. So hey, I'm cool. Punisher getting laid, I'm happy for Punisher. Although that's not Punisher, we know right well that's certainly not Punisher. Punisher has this eternal love for his dead wife and will kill everything on the planet that needs to die, right? He doesn't hook up, right? But anyway, that's how they started, with a nice little happy hookup. Right? Now, to be fair, when the Punisher was actually on the screen, which is a few scenes throughout the series, it was great. The action was amazing. When the Punisher was really doing the Punisher stuff, it was really good. It's just that he was hardly there, and it was just this angsty, emotional search to find the humanity in Frank. I mean, it's just, oh my god, dude. I just can't believe it. I sorry to take so much time on it, guys, but it's shocking to me That
It's
they-
kind of the
Doing a
same thing
positive
they've been.
stream. What happened to positive streams, Chester?
I do apologize.
It's kind of the same stuff they've been doing with like the Joker, like you see in this new movie that's coming out. I have a feeling they're going to humanize him very much,
Yeah.
and nobody wants that. They think they want that until they get it, and then the Joker doesn't work anymore. You don't want that. You want the Punisher. You understand where he's coming from. You want him to just be a force, just a ruthless force that goes out and punishes evil.
Yeah,
You
more of this deconstruction shit, right? Oh, pardon me. But it's like with the Joker movie, yeah? It looks like they're going to try and humanize the Joker. And
Yep.
We don't want that. We want the Joker to be this cartoonish maniac.
There's an echo in here. Huh.
Yeah. Oh, really? I'm not hearing one. Well, but we're going to move on. Let me just get a couple comments on it, and then we'll move on. Because, Booster is right. We're here to talk about things we love. Netflix Marvel shows have too many episodes. 6 episodes are enough for Peaky Blinders per season. That should be enough for a typical Marvel superhero affair. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, for me, the more the merrier if it's good. But Peaky Blinders is a good example. It's a pretty good show. K-Blonde says, Chester, Gar started out the Max series with him visiting the grave of his family and then going after mobsters. Yes, he did, as he should. And Jiminy Cricket is giving me a hard time. He says, this stream is a downer. More positivity. I do apologize, sir. Let's move on to the positivity, shall we? And more positivity. Good stuff, dude. Now, I put up the Sumerian one here because I wanted some cheesecake, so I do apologize for that, Denelli, but it's, same thing, Dark Horse.
How dare you?
Well, dude, come on now. It's beautiful. But let's start over here with this one, Denelli. Sarah, because I don't know this one, but it looks really good. Is this Elizabeth? It is Elizabeth Breitweiser. I knew that immediately.
Yes.
Boy, she's so recognizable, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we had
This
talked
is-
about
this
this,
is the wor-
and I got all angsty.
You-
I know. Yeah, so that's I know.
Yep. You got it
Well,
right.
first off, that cover is painted by Steve Epting, so there is no Elizabeth Breitweiser on
No,
that
no.
cover.
I saw interiors before.
Yeah.
All right.
And go ahead, Denelli. Chastise me.
Yeah. So basically, you were in a rant
I was.
for a couple minutes,
I know.
and basically, yeah, I'm not good with reprimanding. Point is, Sarah's Good is about female sniper unit, Russian female sniper units during World War II.
Based
And
on
they
a
did
true story.
exist.
Yes, based on a true story. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
So you have the wonderful penciling and art of Steve Epping, the writing of Garth Ennis, and the colors from Elizabeth Breitweiser.
The goat.
Yeah, she is amazing. But the thing with that, Denelli, is if you keep hitting me with a stick, I'm going to come to hate sticks. Okay. That was a metaphor.
There is no sticks.
There are sticks. There's lots of sticks. Booster knows all
There's-
about them.
We don't want to hear about your fetishes. Anyways,
Oh my god.
What just happened?
All right. Continue. So this is about a sniper, Russian snipers based on true stories, although I'm sure it's adapted. It's from Garth Ennis, who I do like quite a bit. So anybody else reading Sarah?
I read the first issue. I'd like to get it.
This is from
'Cause
TKO, right?
you
That's
can-
that new
Correct.
idea. Yeah.
You can go read
Right.
the first issue for free,
Oh,
and then
okay.
make your decision based on that.
How much does it cost?
digital copy is $13.99 for all 6 issues, $24.99 for the 6th issue. It comes in a nice box, and then $17.99 for the trade paperback.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's interesting. This TKO idea, how do you think it's doing, Denelli?
It's generally some interest. It's another way, another method to distribute that isn't with Diamond. They could use Diamond, but they're not dependent on Diamond, which is good. I don't know how it's going to play out, but so far it's a good model. It's a Netflix model where you try the first episode out, and if you like, you get the rest of them. And I kind of like that. We don't have to wait for one issue or one run to be done. They release it all in one go.
Well, it seems the chat is mainly wanting to talk about the Frank Cho cover of the Conan the Cimmerian. But hey, that is a nice cover. And I'm assuming nobody else is reading the Sara yet. No, I'll go check out that first issue though. I'll go see. I'll go see it. The art does look
Right.
amazing in it. Seeing the interiors before, yeah, I'll check it out. Well, the story is simply a military one. There's no superpowers. There's no detective story.
Correct.
It's just following
Correct.
this sniper. Okay.
Sarah.
Yeah,
Correct.
Sarah. All right, cool. Well, let's move over here to Conan. Now, of course, this is the Cimmerian cover, which is a really good cover. But I'm assuming most of us here know the Conan run from Dark Horse, which is because it's so epic. And I'm also
Right.
trusting that everybody in here has actually read this. Todd, yes?
Right.
No,
Nonsense.
I haven't. I didn't read any. I didn't read a lot of their Conan stuff from Dark Horse.
You really, dude?
Yeah.
It's like one of the best comic book runs of all time, dude.
Okay.
Do you have it? Oh, goodness
I
gracious.
know Timothy Truman's a good writer, but I didn't. I remember he used to write Scout and some Blackhawk stuff, but I didn't even know he worked on
Conan is really good. It's really good. I mean, Thunder, you must have read Conan stuff. And he's eating again. Booster, you haven't
Yeah.
read it? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I'm familiar with this.
I've read a lot of Conan stuff. I don't know if I read that though. That particular thing.
Wow. So I'm literally Denelli's just starting to read it. How many issues you got in so far?
I'm not reading the Cimmerian. I'm reading the Barbarian.
Yeah, I know that. How deep are you into the Barbarian story?
I'm within the first 4 issues of the Barbarian
Wow.
run,
It's really good, dude.
which is Brian Wood. That's the one I'm reading. I read the Cimmerian, and I'm moving on to the next one.
The next one, yeah.
Yeah, which is the Barbarian's the third or fourth one. And it's adaptations of the
Howard
Queen of the Coast. Yeah.
The Bellet, I think her name is.
Yeah.
I love these Dark Horse Conan books, all of them. They're beautiful art, great storytelling. It's very true to the character. It's much better than the original Marvel stuff, way, way better. Now it looks like, although because we've seen with the new Marvel stuff, because they got the license back, and they're coming out with some new stuff from Conan, and I read the first one, and it looks good. So we have to wait and see. But I love these. If you guys haven't read these, I definitely suggest you do. And I'm assuming, Denali, you're enjoying yourself.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Someone is complaining about the smell of skunk. Is Manny in here? Yes, there he is. Hello, Manny. Aloha. We have Jiminy
Keep letting in
Cricket
all these
here, of
rodents.
course.
You
We
can't.
do.
You can't complain when things start to stink.
That's true. That's true.
Boosters
guys.
in here.
Okay, let's move on to something. The next thing here, but definitely this Conan stuff. I'd suggest any of the Dark Horse Conan you would enjoy, and we have Sarah here from Denali as well. Let's move on to the next set, and these, of course, are really great too. Go ahead, man.
So, since I'm in a Conan the Barbarian kind of mentality, I went with Planet Hulk, which is basically Hulk as Conan in a sci-fi John Carter background.
Yeah, you're right.
So-
He is, isn't he?
So, and it's all good. It's Hulk being Hulk, smashing
That's-
things.
John Carter background is fine with me. We need more of it, in fact, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Now, I remember I read all the Planet Hulk stuff, but how long ago was that, though?
That was 2009, I believe.
Oh, so not that long ago. I liked the Planet Hulk. I thought it was a lot of fun. What they did with it, and I didn't like the way they ended it, but I guess they just said, "Oh, you need to get him back over here." I don't know what they were doing with that, but I like the overall series really well. How far have you got into the Planet Hulk?
I've read it already, so I'm just rereading
Oh,
it
I see.
because
I see. You just
I
wanna
enjoy
introduce
it.
it. Yeah, no, it is
Yeah.
good. I really like it. Have you checked this one out yet, Booster?
No, not yet.
Oh my god.
He must have played video
Planet
games.
Hulk came out in 2006, I believe, but it's really good. I like Planet Hulk. It's one of the last actual books that I actually took the time to read.
Yeah.
Book series. It's really, really well done. In fact, I think it's a brilliant way to do the Hulk. It should be done more. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. And let me check over here. I can find out what Booster's doing on the back, because he's usually playing some kind of game or something.
I'm here. I'm sorry that I haven't been responding. I'm trying to cook my lunch at the same time. I'm really hungry.
This
Everyone
guy. Who
decided
would
to
do that? Who would eat during a
Me.
stream?
Goodness gracious, you guys. But anyway, Planet Hulk really, I enjoyed that a lot. I'm assuming some of you over here in the chat have read it too, so you should definitely check that out. Now, this one over here, I haven't actually read. So tell us about this one, Denali.
So this one is The Adventures of the Super Sons by Peter Tomasi, and it's drawn. Some of the issues drawn by R.T. Bear and also Carlos Barberi for these issues, and it deals with the partnership and likely alliance between Jonathan Kent, Superboy, and Damian Wayne Robin as it's just an event, a small venture. There's no high stakes involved where they have to save the world or anything. It's just a fun adventure of two kids trying to be super and trying to take down their own, level of craziness, which everybody was enjoying. I have been enjoying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad that we've been talking about Bendis, where he has aged up Jonathan, because this is actually an entry point. This is an entry point for all of the kids. You want kids start reading comic book, show them the Adventures of Super Sons.
Yeah.
The first ones. And then this is actually the second series run for the Super Sons. Show them both runs. Well, I don't know what they're going to do with this one,
now.
but
Bendis got
yeah,
his
it's
hands
done.
on it. It's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Booster,
Yes.
he has been named.
It's me. It's Booster. What's up?
Oh, Bendis.
do you want?
Bendis has
God.
been named.
Oh, Oh, he's rubbish.
Well, you are really not paying attention. All right. We shall move along then.
Just
But
Bird.
one
Kick
little
him.
tidbit of fact that Jonathan, this whole Super Sons thing,
I'm not a one-trick pony.
it spun out of Superboy. I don't know if you guys remember the New 52 Superboy. That's where Jonathan came from, and that's where they sort of set up the Super Sons.
yeah, but people really enjoyed it, right? Now, I said I haven't read this, but I know I have seen the Super Sons, so I don't know what it was I was reading them that had them in it. But I haven't read these comics, I know. But everyone's really enjoying this. I've heard a lot of positive stuff about the Super Sons, man. And then Bendis came along and decided that nope, went on none of that.
He Bendised it. Give it the old Bendis.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So it's too bad this is done. We're not going to see any more of this. But you never know. Maybe they'll give Bendis Damian Wayne character, and he'll age up mysteriously as well. And we'll have the 17-year-old guys going at it, and it'll be a talk about staying away from drugs and having sex with girls and all those angsty teenage things we need.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, don't do drugs and have sex with
Yeah.
girls. Yeah, I remember that talk.
It's good talk. It is.
Jokes on them. I don't do either.
Well,
I feel sad because he has so much potential with Jonathan Kent.
I thought that sentence was going somewhere else.
So did I. Hey, go ahead, didn't I?
I was going to say, as I was saying, they had so much potential with Jonathan Kent that he could be the entry point for a lot of kids to, follow his ventures growing up. Everybody has their own superhero. Well, why don't you get Kid Superman and follow his adventure? He has a legacy of living up to his dad, Superman. And this is his son, and you're like, oh, how is he gonna, measure up and have all that kid Dow's and
Yeah.
all that humanity, because he's not a full Kryptonian. He's half Kryptonian.
Right.
So, he's not going to be as strong as his dad, supposedly.
Oh,
So
sure.
you're able to give him balance, where Superman doesn't have much balance because of the nature of what he is. You can give him that limitation. You say, oh, he's half human, so he's not going to be as strong.
That's true.
And you're going to have to, and you have so much potential for him growing up. But unfortunately, they black holed him,
Yeah.
and he
Well,
became a man, supposedly.
that's the really insidious part of Bendis. I mean, this character was wholesome, and compared to the evil of Damian Wayne, right? And that was probably one of the dynamics that people enjoyed, right? But Bendis just can't have that, can't have a wholesome character, right? We got to throw in divorce and tensions and all these kind of nonsense, because you can't have your superheroes are happy, can't have that, right? And that's the most, for me, that's the most insidious part of what they've done with this character, actually. But maybe I shan't say insidious again.
Shit. You shan't.
I
Shan't.
Shan't even.
You guys
Shan't.
always laugh at that. I say that all the time. That's the way I say it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I actually say that word all the time. It drives people nuts because they don't know what it means.
I don't know. It's a standard word. But hey, Planet Hulk cover looks toxic. Fix this now. Does it look toxic, really? I don't know. Where's the toxicity?
It's brimming with toxic masculinity.
Oh, I see. Superheroes in general. Okay. So let me ask a
Yeah.
question. If that's the fact, then when we see a Captain Marvel who is all duded up and become Carl Danvers, when
Oh, that's a strong woman.
She is doing her
Yeah.
thing. Is she toxic masculinity too, or?
No. That's strong woman there. And it's he.
Are you assuming her gender?
Mm-hmm.
I did say he or she.
No, I'm talking to Booster.
Yeah, well, that's just assuming one of two genders. Chester, don't you know there are at least 2 million?
I do apologize.
Only white males can exude toxic masculinity. Everybody else, it's just their culture. It's okay.
It seems to be true. Yeah.
Yes.
And Nick W says, Bendis is going to kill John. It's just inevitable. It's probably
Yeah,
true.
with
It's
the way
true.
Bendis is going,
It's true.
Superman's probably going to crack his neck.
Oh wow, that would just be perfect, wouldn't it?
That would just be the
Don't
Bendis
think.
cherry on the cake.
Why did he give him that idea?
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, he's
Booster.
already had that idea.
But here's the
He's already had
here once again. Here's something we're seeing again. We're in general talking about older stuff that we really like. Planet Hulk is certainly a little bit older. It's not as old as the 80s or something like that, but it's really good. The Adventures of Super Son is certainly newer, but it was very popular. But they couldn't stand having it as it was. We keep seeing this stuff going on and on. And it's like, don't you want to have some success? I mean, I don't know, dude. But it is what it is, I guess. We can't do much about it. But that's why we have indie comic books coming out with some cool stuff.
I'd like to retract my statement real quick. Of course, Superman's not going to crack his neck. Bendis turn him into a total wuss. Jor-El will probably crack John's neck while shagging Lois Lane.
I'm sure.
In
exactly.
front
Oh.
of Superman.
Yes.
Speaking of that,
In front of Superman.
yeah, just a little comics news today. Basically, there's some controversy about the 100-page Superman Walmart exclusive because it has Superman, having depiction of Lois Lane being murdered and torture for several scenes because he's afraid of what's going to happen. And they're like, Tom, this is a book aimed for kids, right? This is supposed to be an entry level for kids. Why are you depicting these very intense scenes to kids?
Who's torturing Lois Lane?
Basically, Superman is in prison. This is Superman 7 for the 100-page Walmart exclusive book.
Uh-huh.
And while he's being, held prisoner, he's imagining what they're doing, what's happening to Lois, and his imagery is going to dark places, which is, Lois being tortured, Lois being murdered, it's depicting that. And I'm like saying, this is again, it's like, we get, your worry for her, but you don't need to show this particular intensity in a book that's specifically aimed
For kids.
for kids.
Well, here's
And,
no, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm going to say, and what parents are going to pick up and browse to as well. And this is another problem we're having, is that these current writers are only writing for us adults. And while we like that, we have to write for kids as well. We don't have to be dumb about it for kids, but we have to write for kids as well.
We do.
Because that's also failing on everybody's part, that we're saying, look, write more kid stuff, not stupid stuff, write where kids can appreciate it and, have a family comic.
Well, here's my suggestion. Go watch Christopher Reeve's movie so you can understand what Superman should be. Okay?
Yep.
Jiminy Cricket says, a woman who looks like a man is a strong woman, and a man who looks and acts feminine is a strong man. Get with the program, Chester. I do apologize. I should have known better. Let's see. They're just saying hello to each other. They're talking about the Patriots. The Patriots are winning 17-7. I'm not surprised.
17-13.
17-13. Ooh, goodness gracious.
Hey.
Cool.
Go Chiefs, I guess. Whatever. But let's come up here to the last page. I'm a Patriots fan, dude. You know I am.
All right.
But let's come up to our last two.
We can't be friends anymore.
We can't be what?
Our last two comics.
We can't be friends anymore if you're a Patriots fan. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
I do apologize. I grew
all
up in New England.
Finale's comics and one of mine. What the heck kind of show is going on here?
You only gave me one.
I gave you two.
No, you
But I would have given you more. But the hangout came late.
Oh, goodness. So, our last two books of the day, guys. Let's go ahead and start with Todd's, because Todd has something to say, man. So, go ahead, man. Have at it, dude.
Well, Lazarus is a really good book. It's sort of set in like a dystopian aftermath world, and it doesn't really deal with that. It deals with the pieces have been picked back up and how different a change in society and governmental structure is all different. So that's kind of the setting of it, and it has a female lead, but she's a badass. Does a lot of killing. Definitely something I would say pick up, because Rucka's a good writer. This is probably some of his best work, and I've always liked Michael Lark. If you guys hear me say the same names over and over again, and Lark is of the same cloth as these guys that have a really good balance to their work, like Tom Coker, Butch Geist. They're all They kind of, I would say, they come out of the Al Williamson school of art, in the sense of how they look. They look like, where that art would progress and where it went is within these guys, the Steve Eptings and the like. That's kind of if you trace back their look, the draftsmanship is always perfect. The backgrounds are always accurate. And so that's what I would call a lot of these guys, and Michael Lark is right there, and he has actually had, if you trace back to some of his early work, he had a more cartoony style. Terminal, anybody remember Terminal from what's that line of DC books? Vertigo. It was a window washer.
It sounds familiar.
Do you remember? Yeah, it was a window washer was the main character, and he had seen something in doing his job, and then and hence that what happens. The story is what happens after, and that was a really good book. But his style was a lot different then. Now his style is very illustrative, very graphic. Definitely a lot more balanced to, I would say, sort of a 60-40 positive negative.
I'm curious with you guys. Can you tell me right now, in indie comics, indie stuff, not the main two, or the standard stuff. What male character right now is having really good success, being really written really well, and with great art in the indie scene right now? Male, just a male character.
Lordy. Now you're stretching you're making my brain hurt.
Well, that's the point. Why should I be? Right? That's my point.
No, I get it. I should be able to come up with one a lot faster than that. And of course, I usually head towards sort of away from superheroes in books of that nature. But right now, you're really stretching my brain and making it hurt.
I think the only one that hasn't come out yet, if you're talking about that hasn't come out yet, then it would be Red Rooster, which is a male.
Or Lone Star, or what have you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are a couple, but that's not what I mean. This is why I made the thing with Asaro the first time you showed it to me. Everything, and it's TV. It's not just here. It's TV and everything. It's female, all the time, female. Now, if it was 10 years or more or so ago, not even that. No, definitely with the TV more than 10 years ago. I wouldn't even blink an eye at it. Oh, new show. Let's check it out. New book. Let's check it out. Wouldn't even think of it. Wouldn't even come to my brain. But it does now because I keep getting hit with that goddamn stick.
Oh! I have one. Oh, what the heck is it called? 7 to Eternity.
7 to Eternity.
Really good book.
Yeah.
Yes, 7 to Eternity. Really, really
Oblivion
good book.
Song.
I should have put that on my list.
Yeah, Oblivion Song. I know there are. But my point is, there's just so much of it, dude. It's just so much of it, and that's why, for me, it's just another one. Oh God, and which isn't fair because I have to go read it and judge it on its own merit, right? It's completely not fair, but it's just I keep getting hit with this stick, and it's just got my brain in that type of thinking. It's like, oh man, another one, and which is my problem. I need to fix that because I shouldn't be like that. But yeah, it's just anyway. But that's why I reacted to the Sorrow thing the way I did, because it's just But anybody else have read Lazarus here?
Nope.
No. I will check it out though, Todd. I will go check it out.
Yeah.
And that brings us to our last book of today, and this was one I actually threw up myself. See, I have one too. Just one, right? This is the Fantastic Four, the current run. This came out last Wednesday, number 6. I read this over at Pencil for Life for the new comic review we do on that show, and this is done by Dan Slott. Dan Slott. And when we opened this and looked at the first page of art is horrible in this book, and it gets much better immediately. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know how that first page got past that editor, but I absolutely love this book. I loved it. And yes, it is a Dan Slott book. I understand you. The art interior is not amazing, and it certainly doesn't match this stunning cover that we're looking at here. But I loved it. You know why? Because Dr. Doom was Dr. Doom. Johnny Storm was Johnny Storm. Sue and Reed were themselves. And Ben Grimm was Ben Grimm. It was the thing. It was exactly as it should be. They were all in character. It was good fun. It was goofy. It's as it should be. It's a Fantastic Four book, man. And how long has it been since I've actually read a Fantastic Four book that was correct? It's been a very long time, dude. A long time. It was fantastic, dude. I really enjoyed it. And it's just it struck me of how long it's been since I've actually had that.
Right. And this is where it comes on the opposite end, where it's easy to say this is what we hate.
Yeah.
It's much harder to say, okay, you're doing what we like, especially with people like Dan Slott, especially with his customer service. But that's not going to change anything unless we ourselves rise above it and say, okay, we get. And this is kind of hard and tricky because customer service is also part of the experience.
It is.
So take it as you will. With that caveat, we have to promote the positive. When they're doing things that we like, we have to shout that out as well. Not just the negative, because if If we only shout out the negative, then they will never know what we truly want unless we shout out the positive. And by that, we have to purchase or obtain or talk about even more loudly than the negative parts, the good aspects that they're doing. And that's even harder for us because it actually takes us work and say, hey, this is actually something that we like and we want to see more of. But it's kind of hard in this case, in this matter, especially because the way Twitter interacting, the way a lot of these quote professional has been interacting with customers and fans and people who interact with them. The only thing I can say is ignore Twitter. Base it on your own interaction with that creator. If you want, you can disregard anything I'm saying, but we have to. The only thing I'm trying to say basically is we have to acknowledge the positive, even if it hurts us to acknowledge those positive attributes as well.
Well, but it also comes onto this, though, Denali. We have been saying for years, please do this specific thing, or don't do that, right? We've been saying for years. Right. Some of us more vocally than others. But we've been saying that. And when they do what we ask them to do, we should acknowledge it. It's just the reality of it. If you're asking for something and then you finally get it, you should be happy about it. Now, I have no idea what Dan Slott is going to do in the future. I have no idea where this is going to go. I have no clue. But all I'm telling you is this issue 6 of the new Fantastic Four run, Herald of Doom Part 1, was great fun. I really enjoyed it.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard because even with fans kind of, for me personally, I'll just speak for myself, puts me off from supporting him because I don't want to support his behavior.
I get it. I understand.
But on the other hand, the conundrum is he is actually doing what we've been asking for him to do. Yeah. So it's kind of like that.
No,
some people.
With Kelly Sue DeConnick, right, with the Aquaman run. Yeah. I mean, who knows where it's going to go? But right now, that first one she came out with, really good. It's really good.
I mean, concerning Dan Slott's behavior, he's been quiet for almost a year now.
He has. Someone talked to him and he shut down. But I'm just saying, because we know he can do good work. See, there's not many of them in and what we would consider troublemakers that don't have skill. There's a few of them that I don't know why they're in there. Like one of the most horrible, toxic ones are like that Tara Bond villain, and Gail Simone and etc. But they have talent. Those people are talented, right? And there are some who aren't, who make noise too. But it just comes when it comes down to it. I mean, because Dan Slott has done good stuff before, and I think he's doing a good job here.
When's Gail done anything good in the last 10 years?
Well, I heard that one of the recent things she just did, people were giving positives, but I don't know, dude. But I think she spends too much time focused on Twitter is her problem, because we know she has talent. We know she does.
Did you say Twinkies?
Twitter.
Twinkies.
I'm sorry.
I mean, she definitely spends too much time on Twinkies as well.
Gracious.
I think Todd's hungry.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I set up a good joke.
No, he's just trying to make a fat joke. But you know what? It's okay, Gail. I'm fat too.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I know.
Fat together.
I'm completely a fat guy, so I'm just joking.
Yeah, of course.
Don't anyone out there go tell on me, because I don't have any problems with Gail.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, but she has a problem with everybody, it seems. But I mean, we don't want to get into that side thing so much. But all I'm saying is, I don't know if any of you guys have picked this up, because it literally just came out last Wednesday. So, but this book is fun, and if you like Fantastic Four and you've been missing them, go back and hopefully the next whatever parts of this maxi series or mini series or whatever it's going to be, hopefully it follows the same tone and has the same fun the whole way. I hope it does. Anybody? I'm assuming none of you have read this yet.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. Anyway, any other comments or things want to be said today before we get out?
I think we're good.
I think we are.
I can quickly talk about the ones I've been reading if you like.
Sure, go right ahead, dude.
I've been reading Heroes in Crisis. It's rubbish, but Booster Gold is in it, and he just teamed up with Blue Beetle. I've been reading Shazam. It's okay. I've been reading Martian Manhunter. It's okay. Ah, there you go.
There you go. It's okay. Yeah. Anybody else? All right.
I am complete. I'm done eating my hot dogs. If just as an update for you.
What timing?
You know what I get to eat? Because yesterday I had to go up to Fukuoka, which is like a big city, many hours to the north, because I had some things I had business I had to do up there. But I actually got a chance to stop by Burger King, because there are no Burger Kings anywhere near me, and I brought 3 of them home.
Oh no, not Burger King. Of all the ones you could have chose. Oh no.
Okay, all the ones I could have chose are either McDonald's or Burger King. So do you think I made the right choice?
No. Burger King is disgusting. I would rather eat McDonald's all day, every day.
I like a good BK chicken, Hawaiian BK chicken.
It might be better over there, but the Burger King over here now is so bad.
Well, no,
Oh.
that is a fair point, and I will touch on that. The quality of it's fast food. It's fast food is fast food. I know that. All right, so that's done. But here's the thing.
If you tell me they're making it with Kobe beef, I'm gonna freaking die.
No, they're not. But the quality of a fast food place has a lot to do with the integrity of the people who are working there. This is just a reality.
Right away.
When you come over here to Japan, these guys are serious. It doesn't matter where they work. They can work in a convenience store, work in a McDonald's, or wherever. When these Japanese are working, they're working. They take it serious. They have pride in them, a real pride. They're working at McDonald's. They're proud to have that job. And they work hard. They do their job exactly right all the time, right? Day in, day out. That is the reality of living in a country where people have pride in what they do, right? And we know America, this is hit or miss. There's plenty of people who do have pride in what they do, but there's a lot of people who don't. I live in a country where everyone has pride in what they do. So even when you go to something like a fast food place, you're getting the best product that fast food place can actually put out. So there's my caveat, I guess.
Well, as an addendum to that, the only reason I say that about McDonald's, well, one, because every time I eat Burger King, it makes me literally physically sick now.
Wow.
But 2, is because they recently came out with actual good beef on their quarter pounders that's actually prepared when you order it, and it's really good. So that's why.
Japan actually, that's a fair point. All right, here in Japan, they have a law. You have to use actual product in your stuff. So Japan sources their beef, their fish, everything locally. Because they're not, by Japanese law, they're not allowed to put pink paste and stuff. They must be actual
crazy.
Beef. Yeah. So I don't, and we probably pay an extra $1 or $2 a sandwich here too, though, because of that. But no, that is an actual Japanese rule, so we don't get any of that stuff over here. It's actual beef, it's actual cheese, it's actual fish. It's because of.
I mean, a couple of bucks is worth that if you ask me.
Correct.
I think so. But yeah, that's a fair point. So I don't know what it's like over in the States right now with that kind of stuff, because anytime I go to a fast food, which is rare because I don't have it anywhere near me, it's only when I travel to Tokyo or something I can do that. It's pretty good actually.
Fanspeak now extending to fast food.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, why not?
I love me a Whopper. Of course, I haven't had an American Whopper in like 24 years, I guess.
Well, you're right. It does depend where you get it from, too. Unfortunately, in my city, they've all given up on anything resembling quality except for Chick-fil-A. So you pretty much just go with the ones they can't mess up. And unfortunately, right now, that's pretty much only McDonald's is quarter pounders.
How about like with KFC? Because I know here in Japan that because of that law, we always have actual chicken. Do you guys have that problem with KFC now?
I just eat Chick-fil-A. It's way better.
Yeah.
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
You got to. Next time you're over here, if that ever happens again, you got to get to a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
All right. Any other fast food suggestions when I happen to step into America again?
Burger Monger.
I heard something about a Chipotle. Chipotle or something.
Oh,
No.
I don't eat Mexican food.
You're better off going to Moe's.
All right. Well, I don't have Mexican food even on the same island that I live on, dude. There is no Mexican food here, unfortunately. Anyway, boy, we're way off subject.
Yeah.
Fast food. Sweet. but I'm going to go heat up my Whopper right now, and I'm going to eat it because we thank you guys very much for coming over here and joining us. We always enjoy it. This is kind of interesting show. I don't know if we found the feet of this show yet, but I like the idea of come over here and talk about what we're reading and enjoying. So you guys let us know what you think about that. Also, let us know if you want to come over here and join us, talk about your comics. Maybe we can be more focused, or we can try something different. But as you've noticed on the weekends, we're kind of trying to get away from the standard comics fan speak type thing we do and get into stuff that's more laid back fun on the weekend and a more a more standard thing during the week.
Fast food streams confirmed. They're coming. Look for 'em.
Yeah, we're gonna start a fast food stream.
I would do.
Yep.
That. I would.
The cool cats are out on the weekend. Oh yeah.
Well, we have a hamburger joint over here that's called Moss Burger, and it stands for Mountain, Ocean, and Sky because they believe in ecology, various things like that. And their hamburgers are actually really good, but it's expensive though. I mean, how much you guys pay if you go, like, say you go pick up your standard Big Mac set in America? What are you paying for that?
It depends where you go, but right now I think they have them on special where you can get them and something else for like $6 or something. They have some kind of special going. They always do, but it's on there.
Okay. Well, this Moss Burger thing, you'd pay about $10 to get
yeah, but for a good burger, that's nothing.
It is good burger, and it's then the French fries are okay. Yeah, no, so about it's about what 40% more. So there you go. Anyway, do not promote traders. Okay, who's a trader now?
E. Ortiz, he is now a traitor.
E. Ortiz is now a trader. All right then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's write that down. All right, guys. Anyway, we kind of go way off topic, but go
Yeah.
Patriots, and Thundero can go to hell.
No Patriots. I actually, there's nobody playing at all that I want to win. So can everybody lose? Can we arrange that?
Who's your team?
It was the Steelers, but I've pretty much forsaken the NFL. But I still hate the Patriots.
See, I grew up in New England, so I kind of have to be. Todd and I have to be Patriots fans, I think. But aside from the Patriots, dude, I went the majority of my up until 20 something before the Patriots won anything. Okay, so we dealt with a losing team for year after year after year, and then finally they.
Yep, and then they started cheating. I got you. They figured out if they cheated and got away with it, they could win. Oh, it's okay.
All right, there you go.
Yep. They've been cheating ever since.
Everyone's
Hey,
going to eat
if it works.
If it works, right? Don't get caught. Just
Yep.
don't get caught. All right, guys. Well, we're going to definitely get out of here because there is another stream coming up that we need to get out of the way for sure. Thank you all for coming. It was a lot of fun. Let us know down in the comments or just talk to us on those streams. Let us know if you want us to change something or do something extra or different. We're open to open ideas, guys. We really are. But other than that, thank you very much. And Denali, take us out, man.
All right. Well, join us, Bugs Bear Basement, on Tuesday. We'll have our regular Comics Week today, tomorrow. And Bunny Vision movie night, we will have Baby Driver for this upcoming Saturday.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
Absolutely. And I believe we have a guest tomorrow as well.
We do have a guest. We have a guest from one of the Indigos that's going on, and so come over and check that out. We're going to talk to her. We're going to talk to her about her project that's on Indiegogo right now. It's one of the new ones, and of course through Indicron. And it's going to be a lot of fun talking to her. Her name is McGee, so that should be cool. But definitely check that out. I'm looking forward to talking to her and talk about her book. So yeah.
Absolutely. With that, thank you for joining us. Give us feedback. We always appreciate it. But as always, your perception shapes your reality. So always make it a good one.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Aloha.